My name is Frozen Breeze, and I suffer from having a shitty PC-itis. The symptoms are extreme lag while playing any game after 2014, the inability to get good, excessive vomiting, uncontrollable musings on the meaning of life, peanut butter dysfunction, disappointing my entire family, and having to wait hours for videos to render. Just like this one. So I decided to take a stand against my condition and live a better life, fighting the hard fight against my disposition and striving to create a better future for humanity. Otherwise known as building a new one. You see, my current PC, what I'll be referring to as the Black Box of Doom, is a pre-built from 2014. It has an i5 and a NVIDIA 750 Ti, so I can't run anything newer than 2014. None of this changes the fact that I love the shit out of this thing, and it's brought me some of the best game years of my life. I got it when I was 14, and I remember playing Sandbox on Gmod for hours, losing every single match in TF2, and making some of the worst videos you'll ever see on YouTube. But when Minecraft is regularly dropping frames, and Gmod lags like a motherfucker, love needs to be thrown out the window to die. It's kinda like pulling the cord out for your best friend when they just want it over with. That was a little bit too dark. So with the help of my friends Tyler and Carter, we're gonna make a PC that will run Crysis at more than 2 frames. Let us begin the pain! And so our first step to building this PC was to, of course, open up the case. Then we got the motherboard put in. Which Tyler decided he wanted to put in by drill, which Carter did not like, so we hand cranked it instead. Once the motherboard was put in correctly, we had some troubles with the CPU since the triangle to put the the right side of the CPU in wasn't that visible. It was hidden under a bolt, so after a little bit we were able to figure out what orientation it needed to go in. RAM was easily put in, even with the amount of force we had to put in to almost break the motherboard. Then we got the heatsink off of the M.2 drives and was able to put in the storage. 3070 was next, which was a pretty easy install. A lot easier than I thought it was, which the only problem with that is that I didn't have a stilt to keep it up, so I hope it doesn't bend too much. A strange thing that happened was right as I opened the power adapter box, for some unknown reason I decided to smell it, and then give it to Carter to smell, of which he died. Then Tyler got to work putting on all of the case cables, which would mean the front end, all of the fans, which took a little bit since it was not explained in the manual, but, you know, the master of PC building got it done. Then the master allowed me to plug all of the power cables in, or at least all the cables that came from the power adapter into the motherboard, which was a pain to get rerouted in there. Since the motherboard was Wi-Fi compatible out of the box, it came with this little fin that I got to put on it, so now my computer is a shark. The last piece that was installed was the CPU cooler, which, funny little story, Tyler had thought that the Intel would come with a CPU fan. It didn't, so I had to run out to Best Buy a couple days before we started this to buy this heatsink fan thing, which Tyler said was evil since he put it on someone else's PC and had a lot of trouble with it. But this time around, he already knew what was going on, so he easily put that fan onto the heatsink. Once the heatsink and CPU fan was on, it was pretty much all done, with the thermal paste underneath, of course. But once it got to being on the ground, us trying to plug it in, it had some problems. The motherboard kept on giving out an error about the RAM, so we just had no clue. Like, we were so hungry that we just had to order pizza in between, which was okay. It's not the best pizza place in town that I could give them, but, you know, whatever, I guess. Which, afterwards, we got down to business, I would say.
but I can't diagnose it because I don't know what the problem is. It won't even boot. We may just have to take the Geek Squad and just have them look at it. Like, we just look at it and see, they'd be like, look, we just put it all together, and this light keeps coming on. What's the charge, like $30 just to go, like, just like fix it for you? Because you have everything here, like, everything's installed.
Yeah.
Oh, well, where'd you go?
Wait, what happened?
It fixed. Yes.
You did it!
Yes, it did.
You're a hero! Tyler's a true hero. He's Deku.
He saved us the $30 Geek Squad visit and gas.
I could kiss ya, but I don't want to. He knows.
He knows a thing or two because he's seen a thing or two.
I've seen too many things with these things. And I absolutely despise it. Like, I've built so many things, and these things piss me off no matter what it is I'm working on. It could be this.
But I don't think you've seen my invention.
I don't think that's an invention.
Fuck you.
Look!
Auroras!
We did it! I'm boot.
It's running at 30 degrees.
So the fix was just to switch the RAM into the next ports, which then, made everything a whole lot easier, which we then got to installing Windows, which means this thing is pretty much all up and running, and I will deem this new PC Zanu Waldo. And once all the drivers were installed, we were able to boot up some good old VR games. So that was pretty cool. And that pretty much ends our adventure, I would say. Well, Black Box of Death, it's been a good one. You've brought me a lot of good gaming memories, as well as, the creation of the backlog itself. So I thank you, my friend. And it's finally time for your retirement. You will be duly missed.